I wasn't going to open any more Kaiba collections because I'm not a pack opening channel and I already opened this box. However, today when I was at the grocery store, I saw that they had 2 left and they were selling them for retail, which was awesome. So just $30 for these, which is cool because for the last ones, I paid like 40 bucks and it was super lame. And anyway, there are some cards out of the set that I still don't have, namely Card of Demise. I don't own that card from this set. I don't own that card from its previous release. I think it's like the only card in the entire set that I don't own some copies of somewhere, so I really want to pull Card of Demise, and also Regeki would be cool, and then this is kind of random, but the W Wing Catapult is really exciting as well. So anyway, let's open this, and this one's a little harder to open than the last one, jeez. And yeah, so I think, like I said in the last video, and it's changed a little bit, because in that last video, it was the Thursday of the set's release, so that's pretty much one day before Street Legal Day, actually, just because OTS stores can sell them early. And what was special about that is that I didn't really know the prices of cards. I mean, it's really hard to tell how much cards are going to cost when you have only had the set for like 6 hours or whatever since it's being released. And in that video, I like mentioned that like, oh, Ash Blossom's going to be super budget. Oh, I just hit the camera. But I mentioned that Ash Blossom would be like pretty budget or whatever, and I thought that was cool. We now know that's not true. Ash Blossom at the moment is quite expensive. It's actually, I'm just going to open the second box and get the packs out, just so you know. Ash Blossom is quite expensive still. It is $50 to $60 for a reprint version, and if you watched my top 10 best-selling cards from the set, you might have noticed that Ash Blossom was #1, which is pretty, like I said in that video, and like I spent a lot of time talking about, that is pretty much unprecedented. I don't think it's ever happened where the most expensive card in the set is also the highest selling. It didn't happen with the original print of Ash Blossom. It didn't happen with like Heavy Metal's Electromite or Evenly Matched or Solemn Strike or any of those cards. It takes a lot for the most expensive card in the set to also be the best selling. And we're not going to look at the game board this time because, I mean, it's trash. It's just, it's terrible. At first I thought the game board's new style, like the material that it was made of, was kind of cool. But actually after playing on it as sort of like a meme for a little bit, I realized I really hate it. Just because it feels like there's like a residue on it. It's kind of hard to explain. It looks nicer, but it feels worse to play on. Anyway, though, we will open the promo packs. Oh, another card I'd like to pull is Secret Rare of Dragon Revival Rhapsody and King of D. Both those cards, I pulled one King of D Secret Rare and no Dragon Revival Rhapsodies. That's a card I want to pull. So if you haven't seen the promos yet, there's Goddess of Sweet Revenge and King of D. Very, very cool card. Destruction Dragon. Dragon Revival Rhapsody, which I think is one of the better cards in the set. Probably the better promo out of the promo pack, and Loop of Destruction. And sure, we'll open the other one too. It's not like they have any extra value while they're in these packs here. Anyway, so we have the same 5 cards there. Pretty exciting. I don't know if I agree with the putting the promo cards in the actual set. I think that might have been kind of a bad idea, but I don't know. It's kind of weird because I think anytime you pull like the promos, it's kind of like it's not like the worst pull ever. I mean, they look cool when they're in Secret Rare, but then they should have just given us them in Secret Rare to start off with. But anyway, let's jump right in. And yeah, we did pull one Ash Blossom last time. I'm not really looking for that card too much. I mean, I already have Ash Blossoms, like I said. I just want to pull Card of Demise mainly. First, we have Ancient Rules. This is a card that Billy Brake really, really liked in Blue Eyes, which is kind of cool. He liked it a lot. The White Stone of Legend. Love how this card looks. This is one of the only reprint Blue Eyes cards that I actually played in my Blue Eyes deck that I just profiled, because this card looks really awesome as a secret. We have Tyrant Wing. Heavy Mech Support Platform. Mika Tsukino Yiba, which is a pretty cool reprint, actually, if you don't know. I think that was only printed in like a Champion pack or a Turbo pack. DD Crow, didn't pull that last time. Looks really nice as an Ultra. Ultimate obviously looks better. Nice! W Wing Catapult. Like I said, I really like this card. This guy's like kind of hard to pull, actually. Believe it or not, the V and W are pretty tough to pull compared to X, Y, and Z, which are all fairly easy. So glad to see that. Fusion Sage. Sage with Eyes of Blue. Hey, 2 Sages in a row. And then Return of the Dragon Lords, another card I didn't pull in the last set, but this card looks really cool. The reason that this card is so awesome, and if I happen to pull 3, which is nearly impossible out of 2 boxes here, but if I happen to pull 3 of this, I'd play it, because the super rare of this card is kind of hard to tell that it's actually a holographic card, which is kind of funny. You can kind of spread those out. It's weird. Someone pointed out that the European version of this set, you open the secrets next to each other, and then you open the ultras next to each other, where in the American release you open 2 secrets and then a bunch of ultras and then 2 secrets. I don't know how that even happens in production, but it happens. So we kind of get the best cards as bookends. Although Ash Blossom is an ultra, so I don't know if they're the best cards. Trade-in, man, that looks nice. Still like the ultra more, but it definitely looks cool. I like the secret rare. The secret rare spell cards with the new foiling. They look really nice. Trade-in. Priestess with Eyes of Blue. I've literally never even read this card. Let's see. When a card or effect is activated that targets this card, you can send 1 effect monster you control to the graveyard, and if you do, add up to 2 blue eyes monsters with different names to your deck to your hand. This card is in your graveyard, you can target 1 blue eyes monster you control, shuffle in the deck, and if you do special summon this card... Okay, so that's actually just terrible. It's like the worst parts of Master and Sage and Maiden all in one card. Okie dokie. Okay, we have a Soul Exchange. Pretty cool. Kaiba Man. Monarch Stormforth. I mentioned in the last video that the reason this reprint is cool is because previously it only came as common and gold rare, and gold rares are disgusting, so it's cool to see an ultra. Blue Eyes Twin Burst Dragon. I guess I stand corrected. I don't own this card either, so it's cool to have. I don't think this card is super relevant. You almost never want to consolidate 2 Blue Eyes into this card anymore, at least, just because of links. It's really hard to give up your extra monster zone for this guy, but it's kind of neat. Another Fusion Sage. Just Desserts. A lot of Chainburn players are excited for this card. It's only been printed as common, so now it has an ultra printing. Polymerization looks very cool. Yeah, I really like the secret rare spells. I think I'll stick with the supers, but yeah, I like this a lot. Pretty cool. I've always liked the original artwork of Polymerization. And Terraforming. This is another card that people are really excited for. Personally, I like the Ultimate Rare more. I actually play with Supers, though, because I don't really care that much. But Super Rares used to be the highest rarity for this card for a long time. Then we got Ultimates, now we have Secrets. But yeah, I'm glad that they printed so many spell cards as Secret Rares, because they do look very nice. Very nice. Oh, man. Anyway. The next pack, which would end the first box. Flute of Summoning Dragon. I tried this card out in Blue Eyes, and it didn't work so well. My idea was that if you drew a Morphage Goliath, you could then special summon it from your hand. Never really comes up. Another White Stone of Legend. Pretty sweet. Another one of that guy that I can't pronounce. Blue Eyes White Dragon. I really have not pulled, I think in the last 2 boxes we only pulled 1 Blue Eyes. This card isn't as overprinted as a lot of people mentioned it was, so it's kind of funny. Mirror Forest Dragon. Kind of a silly... The idea of fusion summoning with trap cards has always been interesting. Pulled an Ash Blossom. Okay, that's pretty neat, I suppose. We can put that up there. Oh, man, I almost got excited because I don't have the VW fusion monster as well. That'd be like the top pull at this point because we pulled the W, we pulled the V in the last set, so we can make the fusion monster. This is cool, though, because of the alternate artwork. Venus Chain. Dragon Master Knight. Pretty cool secret rare. I don't remember if this card was originally printed as secret rare or ultra rare. It was in the Master Collection set, so that was an older set. And then Enemy Controller. Shout out to JD Gaming. I don't think he's watching this video. There's one of my favorite small YouTubers is JD Gaming, and his icon is Enemy Controller. Shout out to him. He was actually one of the only channels that's ever guest uploaded to my channel for. Oh, yes! Okay, so he pulled Card of Demise. Once again, this is the only card in the set that I didn't have besides the Blue Eyes Fusion Monster that I discovered. This card's awesome. I don't really play decks that play this card. I know a lot of people play in Paleo, but I happen to like Ghost Ogre and then Ash Blossom way more than I like Card of Demise, but it's cool to have. If I happen to pull a second one of these, which is really, really unlikely, I'll probably build a Trap Monster deck, because that's like the one deck that I actually want to play Card of Demise in. So really excited for that. Another copy of Trade-In. I think we have... Okay, that was only the second one. Heavy Mech Support Platform. Wow, we have pulled a lot of this guy that I can't pronounce. Another Blue Eyes. Crush Card Virus. Sadly, the eroded version, not the original version. Cloning. Interesting card. Yes. Giant Red Sea Snake. Also very exciting. I loved this card in like the 2003 or 2004 video games. It was so cool. I like this guy a lot. I've never owned this guy. I guess there's a couple of cards in here I didn't own. The main one was like Demise. This guy's awesome. Maybe not quite as iconic as 7-Color Fish. It was released after that. I think it was released as a super and like a tournament pack or a champion pack or something. I like this guy a lot though. He's cool. I think he's cooler than 7-Colored Fish. He's kind of like a scarlet color, which is kind of neat. And he's Giant Red. We'll put him in the good pile. I like him a lot. Sage with Eyes of Blue again. And another Polymerization. Okay, so at this point, we actually are pretty close to having playsets of some of these secret rares. So, like, we have 2 trade-ins, we have 2 Sage, we have 2 Polymerization. Pretty much with all these cards, I mean, I only play matching rarity cards, so if we only have 2 of something, we can't really play it in a deck, which might sound silly to some people, but I know there'll be people in the comments that are, like, nodding their heads when I say it, like, yeah, I also wouldn't play anything that's mismatching. Azure Eye Silver Dragon. Okay. Oh, camera's not focusing. Sorry, camera. Should I play this one instead of the Ultra? This actually looks really, really good. I think I might. Yeah, this card's cool. I haven't seen this card in Secret. I think I might play this instead of the Ultra printing. Yeah, I like it. Down. Sea Crush Wyvern. No Blue Eyes. Okay, see, now that I said that I didn't pull a lot of Blue Eyes in the last opening, we're going to open like 100 of them. That's fine. Favorite artwork. Everyone hates it. Full Force Virus. Y Dragon Head. Eradicator Epidemic Virus. So I think we've pulled all the virus cards except Deck Devi. I think that's our playset of Fusion Sage, even though the card's terrible. Shrink. And Dragon Spirit of White. Okay, there is a lot of debate on my last Blue Eyes profile on whether or not I should play this version of the card instead of the ultra rare version. I still like the original print, but this one definitely does look pretty cool. I will admit that. And Burst Stream of Destruction. Pretty terrible card, but that's okay. You can search it with Mausoleum. Even if you're playing Mausoleum, you probably shouldn't play Burst Stream. It's not a very good card. I see a lot of people saying, like, oh, Burst Stream's good because you can, like, search it. Just play Mausoleum if you're going to play that card. Don't need to play the... It's not like you're playing the card that you can summon with Macrocosmos. You're just playing Macrocosmos. White Hole, the perfect counter to Dark Hole, except probably should just activate, like, Huge Revolution is over or something like that. Probably better. Flew to Summoning Dragon. I now own a playset of this card. Wow, we pulled 100 of these guys. That's like our 4th one. Another Blue Eyes. Like I said, we're just going to pull all Blue Eyes. Mere Forest Dragon. Lodgin, the Mystical Genie of the Lamp. Eradicator, Epidemic Virus. I think this card is limited though, so it doesn't matter too much. X-Head Cannon, very cool. Cost down, probably like the worst secret in the entire set. I mean, maybe not, but this card's pretty disappointing. And our last card. Dragon Ravine, very, very cool looking card. Just like Dragon Shrine is crazy. I always call this card Dragon's Ravine, and there's like one person that comments in every video I say that and he gets mad. But yeah, anyway, I guess I can put the cost down in this pile. Dragon Ravine looks very... I see, I almost said it again. Dragon's Ravine. I think it's just because, like, Dragon's Shrine. Is Dragon Shrine, or is it Dragon's Shrine? I'm pretty sure it's Dragon... I don't know. Anyway, that is our second pack opening. Once again, I'll probably not open another one of these just because... I mean, like, I don't really need anything from it. At this point, I should just buy singles, but it was so hard to resist because I know they're so expensive everywhere. If I wanted to really plus, I probably should have just not opened them and just, like, sold them to someone else. That would have been fine. But it is cool pulling Ash Blossom, I guess, and pulling the Azure Eyes is kind of cool as well. And I did want carded Demise, although I wish I pulled 2 copies. But anyway, that'll wrap up this pack opening. I always say, once again, that we do not do pack openings, so don't subscribe if you want to see more. And anyway, I'll see you guys later. Bye.